I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Israel that rule well. Greetings and salutations to the Akim, Akwathium, and Specklebird listening and learning. Now, I've been seeing this video. I've seen it about 4 times already today. Salakia for the rough. No edit. I'm going to go raw with this one. But Revelations 13 and 16. He shall cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. Okay. But Revelations 14 and 9 says that those that receive this mark are going to be destroyed, man. Okay. So Esau is getting ready to push your ass into a corner. And it's June, God damn it. It's June. Okay. So Esau's getting ready to put this thing into full effect, man. Salakia. I'm going to play this video so you can take a listen. Listen carefully, man, if you're not in this truth. If you're just listening for fun and you're an Israelite, a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American Indian, the Most High is going to put your ass into a box. Okay? All right? It's the Jigsaw movie, for real, nigga. Understand? He's going to put your ass into a box, and you have to make choices, you know, to get out alive. All right? So let's take a listen. Oops, Salakia. Salakia, I got my earbud on right now. So I got to come out of that. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Bad. All right, here we go.
Page bill where the banks could seize the depositors and creditors. So people are asking me what's going on with the U.S. dollar. I'm sure most of you are aware by now. If you're not, go ahead and let you in on it.
There's a lot more, so don't worry about what you
will
just
no
missed.
longer be the reserve currency of the world. We will put in what's called a CBDC, which is a programmable digital currency. They've been working on that for several years. Another name for it is Biden bucks, some people are calling it. So cash is going away. And if you've not been made aware up till now, if you've not seen any news reports, because the media is mainly blacking this out, so you don't really know what's going on. But all the leaders around the world are telling everyone to dump the dollar, and their citizens are following suit. So what that's going to do is just destroy the value of our currency. It will go to basically zero, just like Venezuela. If you want to see what's going to happen here, look at what happened to Venezuela when its dollar collapsed or its currency collapsed. That's exactly what's coming here. So everyone needs to be aware of this. They also, in another component, put a law in place back in 2008. They snuck it in, a big, 10,000 page bill, where the banks could seize the depositors and creditors' deposits, and there's no guarantee or even law that says they have to give it back. So this is already happening in other countries around the world. Banks are being burnt to the ground, and the media has a complete blackout on it. So that's how you know it's something they don't want you knowing about. They want you to be unaware of what's coming. So here's what I'll give you a timeline, okay? In July, they will roll out what's called the FedNow system. Now that is basically a payment processing system similar to PayPal or something like that. So from now on, right after that, they'll implement the digital currency. They'll crash the dollar, and then they'll they'll let chaos reign for a few months. I don't know, a few weeks, few months, who knows? I can't tell you exactly how long it'll take, but they need rioting to go on. They need stores to be empty, which that'll only take 3 days after the dollar collapses. You're going to need to have 3 months of food, water, just necessary supplies, because stores will empty out very quickly. Think back to when the COVID scam was going on and how fast people rushed and emptied out stores. Okay, well, now just imagine money getting cut off. You have no access. The banks are closed. They will not reopen during this. There's no ATMs that will work. You're just out of cash. There'll be looting. There'll be rioting. It's going to be crazy for a little bit, and they need that. They need that chaos going on so they can force you into the digital dollar system, okay? The programmable digital currency. Now, that's horrible for a lot of reasons. One, they can tell you where you can spend your money, when you can spend it, how much you can spend. They can penalize and take money straight out of your bank account if they don't like what you're saying or doing on social media, or if they tell you to do something like take more shots and you refuse. So if they want to give you more shots and you refuse, they can just shut off your money. Just turn it off like a light switch. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you guys have no clue. Well, a lot of people, let me say that. A lot of people have no clue what this means and how much control they're going to have over everything you do or say. It's going to be bad. However, it's probably gone too far to stop at this point. I've been telling people this for a couple of years now. Other people have been trying to tell people and wake people up. It's not worked. Everybody's asleep. Everybody's focused on what the mainstream media is talking about on any given day, all these crises they keep creating to distract your attention on what's going on here. So it is what it is at this point. Once the FedNow system goes in place in July, it's going to go full online in July. Okay? Once that happens, at some point between now and the end of the year, they are going to crash everything. It'll be the worst crash in human history. However, it's going to take phases for them to completely crash it. Okay? So the first thing they got to do is put the FedNow system in place. Then they have to put the digital currency in place. That'll happen after, I don't know, a month, 2 months of chaos going on, rioting, all that kind of stuff. When people are just literally at their wits' end, then the government will come out and say, okay, we figured out a way to let things go back to normal. We're going to implement this digital currency system. It's much more stable than the fiat currency. And if you want to get some of your money back that was seized by the banks, the evil banks, and they're all in on it together, you guys got to start waking up to the fact that all of this stuff, governments, banks, everything is owned on the planet by 13 families. They hide behind the scenes. They use shell corporations, things of that nature, asset protection, to where it's very difficult to track who's behind it all. But the governments, those are just puppets. They don't have any power. All these wars and everything, they control it all on both sides. Okay, they fund both sides. They're profiting off this misery and death and sickness and all this stuff. It's just a game. And people need to wake up to that fact. It's all just scripts. And like a movie, it's basically professional wrestling playing out on a global scale, where they have a script. You got good guys, you got bad guys in front of the camera. Behind the scenes, they're all hanging out, getting drunk, and becoming trillionaires off of our misery and suffering. So this has been going on for thousands of years. It's going to keep going on until we stand up and put a stop to it. So what's going on with stocks right now? There's schemes in the stock market. It's all rigged. I tell people stay out of that thing unless you're knowledgeable enough and on the inside enough to where you're rigging the game, because it's all rigged. So if you're not aware that the game is rigged, then you're the sucker at the table and you're going to get taken. You may have a win here, a win there, but overall, you're going to lose. That's all there is to it. The house always wins, just like Vegas. They didn't build those multi-billion-dollar hotels off people winning, okay, when they come play in the casino. They can only build those things off your losses. Same thing with stocks, bonds, all that type of thing. It's all just scams and rigged. But that's fine. What's going on right now with the stocks, the reason it's going up is because they're suckering people in. Okay, they're trying to claim there's going to be a rally, all this. No, stocks are going to lose 80 to 90% of their value by the end of this year. Right after they crash the dollar, stocks are going to crash. Real estate's going to crash. They're going to crash it all. Okay, now that doesn't mean you need to be scared. It doesn't mean you need to be in a panic. It means you need to position yourself to where you can benefit and capitalize on all the chaos that's coming. Because wherever there's chaos, there's opportunity. There's opportunity to help those that did not prepare in time. There's opportunity to get things at a steal, at a discount that's unprecedented. Okay?
Not to cut
Real
this
estate's
man
gonna
off,
drop
but
30 to 50%
they
in
called them the
values,
carpetbaggers.
stocks 80 to 90.
Back during the
Crypto will
Civil
be
War,
outlawed and go to
carpetbaggers,
zero. Been saying that
motherfuckers
for
from
2
up
years as
north,
well. The
packed
reason
up
for
all their
that,
shit
it's
in
common sense,
carpets,
guys.
put
Okay,
them
if you
on
want to know what's
wagons,
coming here,
and
look
went
at what
down
China's done
south
for the last,
and made
let's say, 10
a
years. That's
shitload of money
exactly what's
off the
coming here.
misery and
Okay,
suffering
they're
of
going to try to
other people.
disarm us so that we can't resist what
Carpetbaggers.
they're doing.
Look them up.
And then they're going to try to make us completely dependent on them for a universal basic income that's all digital, and they can just shut it off anytime they want
Yep.
if you don't comply with whatever their orders are. So what they're doing right now with stocks is they're allowing it to go up to sucker people into getting in, thinking there's going to be a bull run and that they're going to make a lot of money. That's not going to happen. It's going to collapse overnight on a Friday, and it'll happen on a Friday. On the news, you'll hear about a financial collapse happening. The next morning, you'll wake up, banks will be closed. ATMs will not work. Okay, that's the beginning of the crash. Now, that's just going to, like I said, create the panic to force people into the digital currency. And then they'll allow, once people get on the digital platform, and then once they tell you, okay, we're switching over to this digital platform, it's going to save things, it's going to make things go back to normal you're going to have about 30 days, they're going to say, to turn in all cash or convert it over to digital, or you're going to lose it. Okay, well, during that time of them shutting off the money, and before they implement the digital, literally, if you've got cash put back, and I don't mean in a bank, you better get it out of the bank. Only keep 30 days worth of money in a bank at any given time, or you're going to lose it. Take it, put it in a safe, someplace safe, and then you're going to be able to pick up things literally for pennies on the dollar. Now, there's two sides to this coin. One, it's great to be able to pick up things at pennies on the dollar. The downside is you're doing it at other people's expense. Now, I'm of the mindset that just because I know how to profit off of collapses and things of that nature, and other people don't, or a lot of people don't, doesn't mean I shouldn't benefit, or doesn't mean I shouldn't profit somehow with what I've spent 32 years learning how to do. It's the same thing the ultra wealthy do. The difference is I'm sharing this information with you. They're not going to. In fact, they're going to try, they're going to lie, they're going to
Sorry for y'all, but I'm gonna get ready to end this video. It's almost over.
From knowing that this stuff exists and that it's all just a game.
Pay attention, man. This thing is getting ready to get bad.
That's why it happens.
It's getting ready to get bad as hell out here.
By accident. People don't sit and look over the history of these events and watch them happen over and over and over. It's the same game they're playing. And we're
all
too busy
praises
living life,
due
watching
to Yahweh
movies and
Ba'ashem,
music
Yahweh
videos
Shah.